guys, my name is Suvi and I'm a journalist based here on the Gold Coast, and today I'm going to talk to you about doing HIFU at home and review this HelloSkin home use HIFU device that I bought. Most of you have probably heard of HIFU, which stands for High Intensity Focused Ultrasound. It's a facelifting technology that uses ultrasound to heat the deeper layers of your skin right down to the superficial musculoaponeurotic system, or the SMAS. Heating the deeper layers of your skin encourages tightening of the collagen fibres and lifting of your face, as well as new collagen fibres to be produced. Now, there's no question that a professional HIFU lift at a skin clinic is going to get you better results than any home use device will, because the power output of the bigger machines is so much higher. But for maintenance at home, there are some handy mini HIFU home use devices that you can buy off the internet, like this HelloSkin device that I bought. The advantage of using a home use device in between professional treatments is that you can put energy into the deeper layers of your skin more frequently and thus stimulate the fascia layers to produce cells at a faster rate, which obviously increases your collagen production. Ultrasound also increases the blood circulation in your skin and your skin's metabolism. The other huge advantage is that the more home maintenance you do, the less money you're going to end up having to spend at a professional skin clinic, which is obviously going to be good for your budget long term. Now, I have to be honest, I absolutely love using my HelloSkin device that I bought. It's made in Japan. Like the bigger machines at the professional skin clinics that do the HIFU lift, it's got the 3 settings that you need for a HIFU. So it's got the 1.5mm setting, which is the setting that skin clinics will use when they're giving you what's called the HIFU Glow Facial. This is because it's causing collagen regeneration at the surface level of your skin, tightening up your pores and increasing blood circulation to your skin, which gives you that beautiful glowy finish. The next deepest level is the 3mm setting. This is the one that you want for overall skin tightening because it's causing collagen regeneration at the structural level of your skin. And the deepest setting is the 4.5mm setting. This is the setting that's putting that energy and heat right down into the superficial musculoaponeurotic system. And that's the setting you want to use for overall lifting effect, because as many of you might know, that's also the level that plastic surgeons are working at when they're giving you a facelift. Now, the makers of HelloSkin recommend that you use this device on your face once a week for about 6 weeks, and then less frequently as needed for maintenance. But I have to be honest, time is the issue for me in terms of how frequently I can use the device. As many of you might know who have had a HIFU lift at a skin clinic, when you're getting the full HIFU lift with the 3 depth settings, the 4.5mm, the 3mm and the 1.5mm, it really does take about a good hour and a half, and totally same when you're using your home use device. And I certainly don't have an hour and a half every week to spend on my face. So I do try and use my device about once a week if I can, but what I'll do is I'll just use one depth setting each time I use it. So one week I might do the 3mm depth setting for the overall skin tightening effect. The following week I might use the 4.5mm for the lifting effect. And I also use it on other parts of my body, so the back of my hands, my arms, even my legs, obviously my neck and deck. And you can, I'll show you in a second that you can put different power settings on. So for sensitive areas like bony areas over your forehead and back of your hands, you'll want to use a lower setting. Whereas for fleshy areas like under your arms here, cheeks, I can easily use the highest power setting. And you just have to go by comfort. You'll know if you're using a power setting that's too high for any particular area, because it causes this sort of bony, nervy sort of pain. So if it's a level that you can't stand or it's too uncomfortable, just turn the setting down, and I'll show you the settings now. Now we're going to show you the different settings on this machine. This dial is used to change the depth settings, so there's 4.5mm, 3mm and 1.5mm. So you just turn this device, so you turn it that way to bring it up to the 3mm, and then you keep turning it right to the end for the 1.5mm. And then there's the power settings. So it starts with level 1 and then it goes right up to level 9. So do you want to press that? Yep, so level 9 is the highest power level, and level 1 is the lowest level. So there we go. Now the HelloSkin's pretty easy to use, but I've got to be honest, I bought this off eBay from an overseas seller, and I know that a lot of these are being sold on eBay and DHGate, and unbelievably, when it came in the mail in this box, there were no instructions with the machine. So everything I know about this machine, I had to research and find out myself over the internet. So I wanted to make it really easy for any of you other guys out there that are in a similar situation. There are 3 things you must know about the HelloSkin. First, you must fill it with water. So water cools the chip inside that's emitting the ultrasound energy. And we'll show you how we take this sticker off in a moment, but the device actually comes with these little silver metallic stickers that come with the box, but I quickly discovered that these stickers are actually genuinely useless. After one use, they leak water, and I was going through a lot of these stickers, and I even had to buy more off eBay, which costs money. And then I thought, well, I wonder if you could use any metallic stickers, and guess what? You genuinely can, and they work better. These are actually my daughter's children's metallic stickers, and they honestly work so much better. I have used this one for many cycles now, and it hasn't leaked at all. So we'll show you how to take the sticker off and tip out any residual water and refill it with water. So let's do that now. Okay, now we're going to show you how we can peel off this sticker. Do you want to peel off the sticker, darling? So we're going to, because this children's metallic sticker has worked so well, it's stuck on, yeah, so water's already coming out, so just tip it over there, darling. So that's how we tip out the residual water. So it comes out, and we've actually turned the power off at the wall when we're dealing with the water. So we'll just tip out the residual water. There we go, just make sure it's all out. It'll dribble out for a little while. Let's try not to get water on this machine, even though the power is off. Don't tap it, darling, because it's got a chip inside, so you want to be careful with it. Don't tap it, sweetheart.
You're the one who tapped it that time.
I know, that's true. Okay, that's probably enough, because what we're going to do now is I'll show you the other thing you must know about the HelloSkin, and this is the membrane. So like with the metallic stickers, it comes with spare membranes, and you'll know this membrane is still quite good, but you will know when to change the membrane because it does get a little bit cracked and worn. So when it starts getting a little bit cracked and worn, you need to change the membrane. Now this membrane is what you put over the cartridge, as you can see, and it's the barrier between the chip and the water that's cooling the chip and your skin. So this is what goes against your skin. So because it came with no instructions, I made the mistake of, when I changed the membrane, I didn't realise that the membrane also has this really clear plastic film cover on it, that once you've stuck on the new membrane, you have to peel off the thin film as well. And it's so thin that you can't really notice it unless you know that it's there. And I used my device several times with the plastic film still on it, and I actually ended up giving myself some fairly nasty skin burns because the plastic was overheating against my skin. So we're going to peel off the membrane now. So because it's stuck on really firm, you may need a knife to take it off if it's too firm. I think this is going to, what I'll do is I'll just get a knife and I'll just get it under like this. There we go, it's coming off. This membrane is still quite good, but I just want to change it so that you can see how it is changed. Oops, it is a bit tricky to take off. Here it comes, and you just lift it off. Okay, so the membrane comes off like this, and then you can obviously tip out any residual water that didn't come out through the water input hole. So there we go. And we want to be fairly gentle with this machine. We don't want to tap it too much. Whoops, sorry, now I'm tapping it. Okay, now the water's all out, And then we're going to put on a new membrane. So we want to dry this first. So we're going to get some paper towel and okay, so we're just going to dry the edge to make sure it's totally dry, because we don't want any water when we're putting the new membrane on. And then I'm just going to actually use this as a base to steady it. So now we're going to put a new membrane on. So we're going to peel off a membrane. So they're a little bit tricky, but there we go, here it comes.
So on the bottom corner is easier. If you do it at home, you can easily peel the excess off, but this isn't fully dry, so we won't do it yet. So okay, now this is completely dry, so we're going to show you how to put the membrane on.
Okay, all right. So what you need to do is you really need to be careful to get the exact thing here.
Length.
And length and everything. And a few times I've put the membrane on and it's been crooked and okay, there you go. Now that's on. Now I made the mistake as well of just moving my finger this way to really stick it in. That's not good for the membrane. The best way to make sure that it's nice and firm is to actually go this way along the ridge. So you really want this membrane to be firm, because this is what's going to be against your skin and is the barrier, like I said, between the chip that's emitting the ultrasound energy and your skin. So just go gently around with your thumb or finger all the way around, and then you can see that it's nice and firm. And then, like I said, that's really quite deceiving. That looks like it's absolutely perfect, and that's how I used it. However, there is this really thin plastic film, and this is difficult to get off. Now, okay, you can see I've just found the corner there. So once you've found the corner, here we go. Here comes the thin film, and you can see how thin that is, and it's really deceptive, and it's so easy to end up using that machine with this on, but you don't want to do that because it will give you skin burns. So there we go, this membrane is all good to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fill up this cartridge with water, and I'll show you. It actually comes with that's really cute, darling. Now I do want to say that I do not sell these machines at all, and this is a genuinely honest review. Like, the makers of HelloSkin have not paid for this video at all. This is really a review on it and about how I find it. Now they do give you a syringe with this really thin little attachment to it, which you can use to fill up the water input hole. So we're going to get some water and we're going to fill it up. Okay, so we're actually going to fill it up with water now. So what we do is, do you want to pop that in, and we get water from there. It is a little bit tricky to use, so pull it up, that's the way, and then what we do is we pop that into the hole. Yep, there we go. Don't put the needle in too deep because you don't want to punch the chip inside. No, keep the needle in there. Yep, that's it. Just have the tip in there and then pop water in there. That's the way. There we go. Now fill it up with water again. This, to really properly fill it up, it'll take a good 5 or 6 goes of that syringe. And there comes a point where you think it's full and there might be a water bubble there and water will be coming out. You've just got to sort of tap it to get rid of the water bubble and then see if it still needs filling, because this actually takes a surprisingly large amount of water. So do you want to get some more water in there, darling? And then pop the needle in. That's fine. It's a tricky syringe to use too, like it won't fill up totally with water. Now be careful with the needle. Yep. Don't poke it in too much because, like I said, you don't want to, but poke it in a little bit deeper. Yeah, that's the way. And then just press it down. So it actually takes quite a few of these syringes, and I would angle the needle in a little bit because you don't want to be hitting the chip. Actually, I think this is now full, so we'll just double check that. Sometimes a water bubble will come up and you think it's full and it's not really. So what I usually do is just wipe it and then I just move it around a little bit to dislodge a water bubble. And then if water still comes up now, then you're pretty sure that it's full, but let's have a look. No, it wasn't full yet. Oh, actually, I think it is. Hang on. We'll give it one more wipe, one more check. It can be a bit deceptive. No, that was another water bubble. See, there's another water bubble. Actually, not water bubble, air bubble. There we go. I think it's full now. When water's starting to steadily come out. Yep, okay. All right, so we filled this up. So what we do is, before we put the new sticker on, we want this to really be dry again, just like with the membrane. So we give it a good dry. And then when you're putting the sticker on, now I'm going to use my daughter's little metallic sticker again because it works so much better. So we'll take the backing off, here it comes. And we'll pop this over the water input hole just to seal it up. And I'll just pop it over there. Oops. There we go. Of course, the difficulty with the HelloSkin is there's no gauge on it anywhere showing you the water level as it's dropping. So you just have to go by feel. Look, when it is full with water, when you tip it up like this, you can sort of feel with your thumb, the membrane will be nice and plump and bouncy. As the water level starts to drop, you will notice that bounce starts to lessen. So I know it's extremely rudimentary, but that's all you can do. You just have to go by feel. And from my experience, you can treat your face, neck and neck, I reckon maybe 4 or 5 times at least before you have to worry about filling it up again. And the other thing you must know about this device is turn the power off at the wall before you plug it in, otherwise it's going to spark. Despite these issues though, I genuinely think the HelloSkin is awesome and I absolutely love using mine. And the best thing about it is you can treat yourself at home whenever you like and you can be super thorough too. I don't know how many of you have ever been at a skin clinic and you've paid to have your face done with a certain treatment and you just wish that they would do your neck and neck as well, but you can't afford all 3 areas. Well, that's the thing. When you've got your own machine, you can just do as much of a surface area as you want. And it's actually an amazing feeling to take some of the power back when it comes to giving yourself these treatments. So now we're going to show you the device actually being used. Okay, now we're going to show this being used. When I use it, I usually use it obviously in front of a mirror so I can see what I'm doing. So what you need when you're using this is some conduction gel. So I just use a 99% pure aloe vera gel that you can get from the pharmacy. So what you need to do is you need to put gel on your face. So you pop it on where you're going to do the shots. I do a lot of focus around my jowls and jawline for like the lifting. So the power's on, I'll turn it up to setting 9. I'm going to use the highest setting and I've got it on 4.5. So then all you do is you put it against your skin like this and you press this little white button and the shot, I don't know if you can hear that on the video, but the shot will take, it goes through about 5 or 6 sort of little, you'll sort of hear it, it's pushing energy out. And then, so all you do is then you continue on your face like you would do if you're using 4.5 setting. They recommend doing up your skin like this, and then you go lifting, you go shots up like this, and then obviously you do the other side, and you can do the same sequence with every depth setting. And then I also do under the eyebrows, so I would put it onto a very low setting for under the eyebrows, maybe a 4 or a 3, and then I would just lift the eyebrows and you pop it up like that and do a shot there, and I even do a shot there. And then to do your forehead, you can do shots up this way and then across like that, and the other side, and then obviously, yep, you do the other side the same, and you can do your top lip as well. And then with the back of your hands also, it's easy as well. You just put some gel on. Back of hands, I would go probably a 4. Again, you just hold it against the back of your hand and just let the shot go. And it's as simple as that. And it does come with a suggestion on how to operate it, like the sequence that you do for your face. But my suggestion is, look, just play around with it. You'll know what sort of, you'll know the shape of your face and the fleshy areas that you want to work on, whether you want skin tightening or lifting. So I would just suggest having a play around with it. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out on all the new videos that are coming. See ya!